Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Be Your Own Boss. Our guest this week is Debashri Burman, also known as Pia Burman. And Pia is an interior designer based out of Chandigarh. And she's been running this business for over 13 years now. Pia is originally from West Bengal, and she was born and raised in Chandigarh. And this is going to be one interesting story, one inspiring story. And this is what we do on the Be Your Own Boss podcast, right? Every week we get to hear a story full of success and full of trials and tribulations and success from those, and how entrepreneurs overcome those challenges and become successful in their business. And we're going to hear one such story today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's bring on board Pia Burman. Pia, thank you so much for
Hi.
taking our time. Thank you. Thanks for
Thank
taking
you.
our time
Thank
and
you.
joining us here on the Be Your Own Boss podcast.
Thank you.
Welcome to the.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Pia, tell us, like we always do on the Be Your Own Boss podcast. Let's start with your story right from the beginning. Tell us about your parents, your siblings, where were you born, and your childhood memories.
Hi everyone. I'm Pia. I'm Pia Burman, very popularly known as Pia actually. But my official name is Devashri Burman. Many of them doesn't know about it even. But yes, I am born and brought up in Chandigarh, and my schooling is from Shishuniketen. It's a public school, and that's the first school in Chandigarh. Then I did my graduation from MCMDAV. It's one of the famous colleges. Then I did my master's from Annamalai University from Chennai. Uh, and then I started my career. But I am the only daughter of my parents. I don't have any siblings, so the responsibility is huge, and sacrifices and compromises are of great deal. They are just on the list, and I'm just enjoying every bit of life, because
Yeah,
my work profile is like that.
yeah. You're in the creative field, so there's a lot
Yeah.
of creativity involved. But tell me something. When growing up as a child, did you have aspirations to become an entrepreneur one day, like you've become now?
Uh, when I was growing up, my father is one of the biggest entrepreneurs I have seen as I was growing up. I have seen him. I have seen his failures. I have seen, how he is, getting into the success. Then he's again back to the zero. Then again he has started. I have seen many ups and downs in his life, and I have learned one thing: never to give up. You just have to stand again, and you have to start with that zero again. So that my father is my biggest inspiration. He has helped me a lot. And yes, I have never ever thought in my life that I would become an entrepreneur and I would ended up in a interior designing field. Yes, I from the very starting I was a very creative child. I had some other dreams. I had a dream that I just want to travel the world and want to explore. I Because I had a dream that uh, one day morning I'll just get up, I'll just pack my bags, and I'll just go to Paris, Milan, Italy, here and there, and I just want to roam around. Uh, and by God's grace, after so many years, I am living that life. I'm just traveling. It's maybe not Milan or Paris or somewhere, but yes, I am traveling. I am living that dream. I'm traveling. I'm getting work. I'm getting connects, and I'm getting money.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So let's talk about the journey here. When you finished your education, and once you finished your education, you started your career. So what kind of job did you get into? Um, what was your first job like?
See, when I started my career, uh, first of all, I got myself into an MNC, which is of Tata, and that was of Tata Photon. That time there was a Photon company which was launched. They had an internet tool basically. That's a Wi-Fi internet tool. So I got to work over there, and I used to get 7,500 a month. So and that job was of a telecaller job, because after doing my masters from Anamala University, nobody gave me that the chance to work, because in that time interior designing was not as popular or not as known as architects. Earlier everybody has that in mind, that architects can do the interiors themselves. They don't need to hire an interior designer. So that was one thing which is actually within the span of five years, I can see a lot of difference. I can see now there are interior stylists which are coming up, interior decorators and everything. I mean, things are evolving, people are changing, minds are changing a lot. But in that time, it was really 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 difficult. I had to start with nearby zero actually. And many of my family members and friends and family, of course, they have told me that she is just a painter. What she's gonna do? So she might be a paint contractor. So eventually, in my starting days, uh, I was not known as an interior designer. I was known as a PR contractor. There is a woman in Chandigarh who is a contractor who takes the contracts. So I was merely fed up, asking people that no, I'm not a contractor, I'm an interior designer. So nobody used to, acknowledge that. But later on, slowly and gradually, my father is my biggest support. I'm telling you, everyone, please never give up on your parents. They are the biggest supporters of your life. Do whatever you like. If your decision is right with them, they are going to support you to the next level of extent. But you have to make sure that you never let them down. That's the biggest thing your parents can give you. You have
Yeah,
to trust them and they have to trust you. So this is all
absolutely,
about trusting each other. Yeah, it was
absolutely.
a very 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 ups and downs. There were lots and lots of ups and downs are there.
Yeah,
Many people ask me that what she's gonna do. Let her get married, and she's just going to be 30. It's a high time. After that she won't get any good guy. What the hell she's doing? She's going out alone. Between so many men's and all that labors and everyone. There's there's no good relationship. She can't develop. She will become a manly structure and manly face, because many speculations were around. But my parents never give it up on my dreams. That's the, I think, bestest blessing I have got. Many ups and downs have come.
yeah.
I have many times I have failed. I have started with all over again with that zero. But right now I can say that yes, somewhere I have reached in my life. Yes, I did.
Let's talk about those things. Let's talk about those challenges. And we to do that, we have a new section here, and this is the
Hmm.
point where we can get into the section called Super 30, where
Hmm.
um, I'll ask you some questions, and for each question you have 30 seconds to answer, and we'll divide this section into two parts. We'll talk
Okay.
about some questions about your entrepreneurial journey first, and
Hmm.
then we'll get into a this and that section. Okay,
All
what's a
right.
this and
All
that
right.
section? I'll explain that when we get to that. So first, let's
Okay.
talk about your entrepreneurial journey, and here's my first question. When was that first moment when you felt like, yes, your business is going to be a success and you felt happy about it?
The moment when I made, actually, when I made a heritage building, and heritage design myself, and people started recognizing me. That time I really felt that something is happening. One other thing happened, which is my father is very proud of. I'm really sorry that I'm taking more than 30 seconds. When I did that work, and after that, one of his colleagues, he's a general in chief, chief in general or general in chief in army. So from RIMC, I got a call that ma'am, our general in chief wants to meet you. On 8th March 2023, there was a Holi, and on 9th March 2023, that black ambassador came, the army black ambassador, just downstairs at my building. They asked me to please, ma'am, get in. Sir is asking you to meet because they just want to, renovate that heritage building of themselves, because the MES has failed to do that. So they are planning to hire you. And the moment when I entered in their, institution, I don't think from my family anybody could enter in that black ambassador and going over there and talking to them, the general in chief. So I think that was the moment I really felt that I think, Pia, you have reached at some point of time where you can do
Yeah,
anything. If I can do, I think anybody can do it.
absolutely.
Anybody.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And that's these are moments that you kind of, look back and you cherish those moments, right? These are like the
True.
successful ones. Yeah. I have another question. My next question is related to that, which is, when was that moment when you felt that everything is over, it's finished, things are not going well, and how did you bounce back from there?
Yeah, there was a time when I my father met with an accident in 2018, and that same day I got dengue, and we both were totally, on bed. My father was hospitalized, and even relatives and friends, they were moving away, so that I how they are and how everybody is that time. So that time, that moment, I felt that everything is just done now. What to do, how to do it, but somehow, just due to my belief in God, I'm a true believer of God. Something happened, and I got work worth rupees 1.2 cr, and I was bounced back with all the energy. Everything was, neutralized, and everything just passes by. Yes,
Wow.
because but one thing you have to, but you have to believe in yourself and even in God, because He's the creator, He's the destroyer. So you have to keep a real good faith in Him.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Pia, are there any in your initial days of entrepreneurship, do you remember any funny incident or any silly mistakes, initial mistakes that you did that you think now that with all the experience that you have, you won't do that?
Yeah, there are many, many, many silly mistakes I have done. When I I had started my career when I was 24. So when I was 24 or 23, so I used to be a kid. I used to play around, and I didn't had any practical knowledge. Very honestly, it was all very much theoretical. So I don't know how to, if anybody asks me that, how to do this or that, I used to do all the silly things, tell silly questions and answers to the high officials, and they used to laugh at me. Ki, see, uh, she's just a new girl, huh? She's just like a kid. Bacha hai ye. So I have heard that a lot. Ki bacha hai ye, bacha hai ye. But from those silly mistakes, yes, I have done a lot of blunders, and after doing a lot of blunders, now I have reached this part that I have learned. I have learned. You are learning it every step. You're just evolving. You're, because that's a never ending learning process. So even now, even if I made mistakes, now nobody comes to know, but now I know that something I have done wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
even I really want to admit that I have lied sometimes, just to overcome those maturity things. So that no, I haven't done that. No, this is my must. This must have someone else have done it and all that. So I have even lied sometimes. Yes, I did. I admit
Mm.
it.
Wow, that it's takes a lot of courage to say that, what you just said.
I did that.
Yeah. Do you have any role model or any mentor in your entrepreneurship journey, Pia?
My father.
Your father. Yeah.
My father. Without him, I have learned from his success. I have seen him successful. I have seen his failures. I have seen him how he has started with zero. I have seen him with that determination and dedication and discipline in the work, whatever he has done. Uh, he's a very well known face in the city. His credentials, because of his credentials, I am standing here in front of you and saying all this. Otherwise, Pia is nothing. Actually, without Bikash Burman, Pia Burman is nothing actually, honestly. So he is the real mentor, still date.
You, you know what? Your father must be very proud of you.
He
He has
is,
a good.
he is, he is.
Yeah.
He is a true friend to me. He's just a best friend. I can't imagine how, a father's daughter's relationship is. It is amazing. You can't share that relationship with your mother the way me and my father, we share a relationship.
Hmm. What's that biggest business decision that you've taken that when you look back now, you feel like, yes, I'm proud that I took that decision?
Yeah. In 2017, I actually decided to open a different firm from my father. So I decided and opened my own firm with a new name and with my initials as the Pia Burman interior designer. So that point was really, something big, something out of the league. I have opted this. Otherwise, from a very past long time, I was under my father. I was with him. We were doing projects together. But yeah, in 2017, I took this decision that I'll do on my own. That Pia Burman is going to be alone, because you live alone, you are born alone, so you have to even die alone. So why not be an entrepreneur alone? Why to keep a partner?
Yeah. See, this is the moment where you kind of stepped out of your out of that shelter, and you started your own. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Wow.
right, right.
Yeah. Pia, it's time for some this or that questions. These are
Mhm.
hypothetical questions, and
Okay,
this or that means like you either we there are two choices, and you take one and you say, like, you explain why you think that's the you would go with that, right?
okay,
So
okay.
here, here's my first question: $1 million or million people network?
Million people network
Yeah.
so that you can make more and more millions out of it.
So you're saying that with a network of million people, you can make a lot more than a million?
Of course, of course, of course.
Yeah,
Contacts are more important.
absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you personally as well. And um, when it comes to networking groups, here's the this or that question for that.
Okay,
Ma-
okay.
Many networking groups or only a few where you're actively involved? What's your choice?
Few where I'm actively and dedicatedly involved.
Yeah, you practically have that. Actually, you're a part of a
Yeah,
few.
yeah, I am.
Okay, okay,
And I'm
great.
truly dedicatedly involved in that.
Yeah, yeah. What would you prefer? A tried and tested business model or a brand new disruptive concept?
Brand new disruptive concept,
Yeah.
so that
Why
I
so?
can make it uh, precisely and working model according to me, so that I can easily break it and make it as per my convenience, and something new, innovative, and all that. So I can put my efforts in that. The made up models are already made up, so you cannot do anything with that.
So you're saying that with a brand new business model, you get to create it your way, right? And
Correct.
your in your own creativity. Wow,
Correct.
that's yeah, that's interesting. Um, what's your preference here? Another this or that question. Having a detailed business plan or being
Mm.
adaptive for unexpected changes?
Adopted to unexpected changes. I
Yeah.
am more into taking risk, and I love taking risk.
Any do you want to expand on that? Any examples that like anything that you've done like little where you've
Yeah,
taken
yeah,
a
I have taken a lot of risk in life. Even in my designs, I have taken. I have done a factory setup where I had no idea how to set up a factory, devices or anything. But even though I did, uh, I one when I was making this Nag temple in one of the projects, which is a heritage project. So that time even I thought that would I be able to ever make it? So, but I did, with all my dedications and everything, with late nights and with those dark circles. But still, I just made it somehow, and I'm so proud of it that the client love it, everybody just loves it. Even I had, I was really satisfied that I did that, because so that I can go to sleep and go to my bed with a sound sleep that yes, I did something very nice, and I'm just so proud of it.
nice, nice. So this is like this was a heritage project, right? Like where you
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh,
Hmm.
oh
So that
interesting.
will take nearly by 3 to 4 years, more years.
Oh, okay. So it's still ongoing.
Yeah, yeah. It's still
Oh,
ongoing. Actually, that project is about medieval to Renaissance. So that project is basically a theme-based project. So various things are getting along. For that I have to travel a lot. I'm
yeah.
going to Coimbatore someday. I'm going to Kerala someday. I'm going to Bangalore. Even I'm traveling to Jaisalmer, Jodhpur, and so many places I have to travel and gather everything, because that's a heritage. So everything has to be very colonial, British, medieval. So I'm just gathering up things.
Right. Well, that sounds very, very interesting. I have one more this or that question for you, Pia.
Okay, okay,
So, this or that. Waking up at 4 a.m. or going to bed at 4 a.m.? What's your style?
both.
Both.
Both. I love. I mean, you can wake me up at 4 o'clock when it's time to work, when it's time for my devotion towards my work. I can go to bed at 4 at any time. I don't mind. I mean, sleeping was never ever my priority. My priority is to prioritize myself in achieving that dream. Because for me, work is everything. I love to travel. I love to work. So this is
Wow.
my passion.
Wow. I actually I want to ask you a lot of other questions now because I mean, we're done with the Super 30 questions, Super 30 section. And so let's dig a little deeper into your business, right? So so can you tell us about the starting point of that? Like how did you, because you and your father, You all started the business, right, together. So what was like, how did you decide, and what was the process like to start an interior design business?
See, I actually, there's a very short story. I was not ready for an interior designing business because, I had a dream just to make myself reach, as I have told you earlier, that I had a dream that I'll just go and travel around the world. I can't sit at one point of time. I just cannot sit. So when we were going through some struggles in the life, my father had some bad days. So even I was not ready for those things. I was you know doing some 7,500 per month job in Tata Photon. So when I got an offer from an IT park, so where I have to work from 3 shift 3 a.m. in the morning till the morning, till I guess 7 or 8 I have to work, like in that style. That's a Australia process. So I went and given that interview, and I was selected. And I was selected for some process. I don't remember now. So my father came and took me. It was 11:30 in the night, and I was all alone. Standing and waiting for him. So that time we didn't had car. We had he purchased a bike. I still remember that was Suzuki Heat bike. It was of black and red color combination. Uh, he just came up to me. He just took me. We were like traveling back to home. Uh, in the middle of the road, he just settled over there and asked me to get just to get down. So I was like, what happened? So he asked me that what is the package, Pia? I said, Baba, the package is fine. So all our difficulties we can manage easily. So we can repay the loans and everything is going. It's going to be all right. But then he asked me one thing that really hits me. That he said that you know uh, I'm happy that you got this job, but I really want to tell you that you will be working all night, and I'll be waked up all night at my home. So I couldn't able to sleep because until and unless my daughter is not at home. So Pia, do you really want me to see you like this, or you really want me to see me like this? What to do now? You tell me. Then I said, What exactly are you trying to convey me?" Then he said that can we do something together so that you can stay with me and I can stay with you. I said, yeah, sure. Then what? Then what to do? Then he said that you have done the course, right? You're not doing anything for that. I said, nobody is hiring me. What to do? Then he said that why don't you start on your own? I'm a vendor of idea. That time he was a vendor of idea, which was idea cellular, which was that time a spice. Now it's an idea. Now it's again merged up with Vodafone, I guess. So then that time he told me that why don't you just join in my company, and you can represent my company as yours, and let's do something. I said, okay, let me think. Then he asked me that you're just having 3 days. Do whatever you like, that, but I really want you to be with me. I said, okay. The next day morning, I just got up. I just made a cup of tea for them, and I asked him how to start it. He said, go and get yourself a visiting card, and I'll introduce you to my company. So let's start it. And from there was no turning back. No, just no turning back. I We did one very good project in Shimla, and that was a renovation project of the whole Idea Cellular office. We stayed there for many days, and we made a profit of 3.2 lakhs out of the whole thing. And from 7,500, I used to get in 30 days work tenure. And from that to this, I was like, "Ki, that's a turning point for me, when I'm just getting this much amount, then I think I must continue. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it again some try." So I had that chaska, and after that, I never ever looked back.
So this was 13 years ago when you started, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then working on. So right now, do you work on your own, or like, I mean, I know you have to you have to work with a lot of vendors, but do you have a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
team? Do you hire a lot of do you have hire people, or do you just outsource work?
I have got my own team, one side, and one side for the, because I work pan India. So I have got many, many, many vendors aligned with me. So the main consultant is me, and when I just have to distribute my work to the contractors. So that's how I work. So right now I am focusing more on heritage buildings so that I can restore that heritage of India. And what British has given us is some tremendous buildings and heritage property, which I really want to restore more and more, so that they could remain with us at least for more than right now it's been 150 years they are with us, but they are on a urge of destruction and all that. So I just want to save those buildings, yeah,
Wow,
and
that's
forts and everything, yeah. So I am more inclined towards that.
okay. Okay, brilliant. And so in your when you when you started working, right,
Hmm.
you did not hire, you didn't have people, I believe, like you didn't hire anybody, but later somewhere down the line you hired people, right? So can you tell us
Yes.
that at what point did you think that, okay, it's time now that I have to hire people on my payroll and pay them a salary every month?
When I started getting 3 to 4 projects a month, that time I really thought that yes, now it's a high time that I could be able to pay someone, because paying someone is a huge responsibility. Every month you have to bear those expenses, whether you have work or not, but you have to pay them because they are with you. Because this is the reason I like opted. Right now, I'm having 5 supervisors with me, and there's one accountant. Uh, that accountant is a freelancer, but yes, I pay him. So yeah, and right now, very recently, I have joined Live Space. So I'm officially their interior designer and consultant for the northern part of India. So I'm handling Chandigarh, I'm handling Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal. So all these things are covered by me now.
Okay, wow. And this is a question for on behalf of the people who start a business and they
Okay.
want to expand, and they're at that inflection point, right? So in your case, how did you get your name out there? How do you go and get clients? What's your advertising strategy or marketing strategy?
See, as of now, till date, I don't understand this marketing strategy so much. I am from a creative background. Uh, Credentials really matter. In this industry, your more than your marketing skills, your credentials and your work speaks louder than your marketing skills. So, whatever I have done, whatever work I have done till date, it's not because of marketing actually. It's because of credentials, whatever I have done. So they have spoken, my client have spoken to the other persons, and Pia has done this work. We are really satisfied. You can also try. So from
Mm.
that's how I'm still getting works and all. So getting connections and getting marketing is a secondary thing, but you have to trust in yourself first, and you have to trust on your work a lot. So customers are the god. So they can make you and they can break you in both the ways. So you have to trust the customers a lot. So yeah, officially I don't. Yeah, please have Instagram page so that you can broadcast your work and always promote yourself. Uh, be stylish, I would say, and all keep on promoting yourself and just brand yourself. Because what I believe in my case, that I have branded myself. You have to keep promoting yourself so that people will know that you are working. So please go on promoting yourself. uh,
Yeah,
as an entrepreneur, if anybody is thinking that I'll keep my work life and my personal life balance, nothing is going to work. You have to give your ass 24/7 in that work, just to make some progress in your field. Nothing's gonna You have to forget this, this work life, and the sleep timings, and you'll wake up beautiful eyes. Nothing is going to happen. You just have to work. That's it. That's the only mantra of success.
yeah, I think that's a very, very important advice, good advice that you've given for the aspiring entrepreneurs. It is important that you like there is no such thing as work-life balance when it comes to entrepreneurship. You have to give in.
True.
It's like baby, right? Like when you start your
Yeah,
right, you have
you
to
have to
you
nurture it.
nurture the baby. Like that's how you start your business, and then eventually, then the baby will grow, and then you don't have to spend as much time with the baby anymore.
But
And
again, you have to make that baby, you have to give that baby a direction, because so that they cannot go here and there. So you have to keep a track every time.
abs- absolutely, absolutely. So, when you look back at your journey, I, I, I kind of have like idea that what you're going, I have an idea what your answer is going to be, but I'm still going to ask you this: who would you like to give the credit to for your success?
Oh, of course, my parents, and most importantly my father. And not to forget myself, because I have put my sleepless nights, I have put all my hard work and my dreams and everything, madam. I have put myself in this, invested in this. I have put my life in this. So the biggest credit goes to my parents, my father, of course, and not the least, it's me, because I'm really proud of myself. Whatever I'm doing, I'm really satisfied.
I'm going to ask you, Pia, one thing for 30 seconds. Do you want to look at the camera and give a message to your father? This is your message from the interview to your father. What would you want to say?
Ah, it's 30 seconds are quite, not that
Short.
much, just to thank him. First of all, thanks him that, being my mentor. He's not my mentor even, he's my best friend. I can tell him, I can yell at him, I can prank at him. I can do anything with him. He's my chai partner. We can have tea at 3 o'clock in the morning, at 12 o'clock in the noon. Um, he's just everything for me, and I am nothing. Just because of him, whatever he has done, those sacrifices, I am standing. So I am a very proudly say, actually, me and my father even looks alike. So I am like my father's daughter, actually. So I just want to
Beautiful.
wish him a very good health, and stay the way he is. He's as humble, as honest, as a gentle person I have ever seen. And I really wish that I could get a partner, a life partner, just like him. He is so cute. I just want to ask him that, just the way you are. I really, really, really love you.
Awesome, 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 awesome. This is fantastic, Pia. And one last question before we wrap up here. How was
Okay.
your experience being on the Be Your Own Boss podcast?
Oh, it's amazing, amazing, amazing. I can't tell you, when I first talked to you, that I really thought that I am talking to a big brother who is there, who has, I guess, somewhere, I can relate with you, your journey. Even, you must have a very hard journey, just to reach up till there, wherever you are right now. So everybody is having a journey, and when you see others, that somebody is doing something, and you feel so proud that, wow, that I can relate with him so well. So I got connected very instantly with you, and thanks a lot for connecting me with you, and listening to me, whatever I have said. But I am really happy, talking to you and sharing my experience. Is a delight. Is a true delight.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure,
Thank
and
you.
likewise, like when we spoke for the first time, it never
Yeah.
felt like a time. It was like as if childhood friends are talking. It was so wonderful. We
Yeah.
could immediately like that. So,
Yeah.
uh, Pia, thank you so much for taking out
Thank
time
you.
and joining us here on the Be Your Own Boss podcast and sharing your journey and your story with us. It was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was Pia Burman, interior designer from Chandigarh, and you've been watching and listening to Be Your Own Boss.